quiet this morning. His girlfriend bought him a Portugal shirt. Cristiano Ronaldo Portugal shirt. We're going to go Bentham Market today, get a new running shirt. That's my big job. Saturday. The 24th, is it? Oh, yeah, so it's Saturday today. I'm going to go to Bentham Market, try and get a running shirt, socks, underwear, maybe as well. See what we can find. I tried to find like socks that I wanted, like to go in my running shoes. I tried to find them in Hanoi last year. Nowhere was selling like these. They used to sell them in Hanoi. Whoever supplies them, they change the ranges from time to time, and they all carry the same stuff. So if they're not available in one shop, they're not available anywhere. But yeah, Bentham's like a famous market here, so I'll go and do that. Then tomorrow, Sunday, I've got to book a plane ticket to go somewhere. Although there's a big fight going on down the street. One of the vendors selling sandwiches has got a new sign, but it's so big it blocks the guy who's behind us selling coffee. So when the motorbikes are coming down, they can't see their sign. So two women were having a right go at each other. And I think they're neighbours, like they live next door to each other, I think, unless they're just renting the spots in front of someone else's property. But a few tourists around. This guy. There's some backpackers again, I think different ones from yesterday. Maybe this area is becoming famous. Got a feeling that guy's Chinese. They have a different way of walking, and they're always smoking cigarettes. Vietnamese smoke a lot, but the Chinese might just about beat them out on that score. It's very quiet. It's like a Saturday, but it's normally busier than this. 8:15 in the morning. Not normally this dead. Yeah, they've got this funny thing here in Vietnam, like all of the women, or a lot of the women, wear these glasses and are really unattractive. Like, I was on the bus yesterday with a woman, maybe 25, and I talked to her already. I'd asked her what time the bus was leaving, and she was wearing those glasses, and she took them off while she was on the bus and started taking selfies of herself to put on whatever, Instagram or whatever. And she was really, really stunningly beautiful, but when she put the glasses on, it's like that Superman effect, Clark Kent, like taking the glasses off and he's Superman. Like, yeah, I almost asked her, like, why do you girls here all wear these goofy glasses? Because even when I came the first time many years ago, they were wearing that style. It's not like a fashion thing or a style thing. It's just like what they wear. I don't know if they do it to make themselves look unattractive. Get less male attention, maybe. I don't know. I'll find out one day. I just noticed this again, yeah. So a guy just used his horn of his truck to beep the motorbike in front of him. Again, hardly anyone here uses their horn compared to Hanoi. Hanoi, for some reason, everyone is mad on the horn, but it seems to be so much less here. I don't know, maybe it's because of the design of the streets in the old city where I was staying. They're very narrow, so maybe you need to use your horn more. But I don't know, they definitely use their horns way less here. Still pretty quiet. Saturday afternoon. No, not Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning. 10 a.m. Okay, that was cool. That was really chilled out. I guess what's made the difference, the World Cup's over. There's no football being on or replayed, so that probably dents the numbers. Right, it's Saturday. Got a few more days and then I've got to fly away, and I'm really looking forward to leaving. They've just changed some law in Vietnam. So they've tightened up on registering foreigners who are staying, well, where they're staying. I don't know the exact details. They've also banned foreigners from having people stay in their rooms. So like girlfriends and stuff. I don't know. It doesn't apply to me. This is another reason why I haven't even considered moving to Vietnam, because I know all these bloody Southeast Asian countries have got some bullshit rules that are going to make your visa life super difficult, unless you want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars using agents and paying for the most expensive visas, which I don't want to do. It's quite funny actually. I've seen some of these guys in Thailand that did the elite visa, and then they get bored and don't end up even staying in the country all the time. So you've spent like crazy amounts of money on that visa, you're not even using it. Like, keep your money in your pocket, guys. Oh, so I've got that got to move on energy, which I'm quite happy about. My ass is being forced out by my end of my visa, but that's fine. My friend in Cambodia, Barbie, who was staying at my place, get the fuck out of the way! Jesus, get out! I don't think they've got that very well organised. Jesus Christ. Yeah, she was staying with me at JK Residence. She just posted on Facebook to say she's leaving because they're doing more renovations. Yeah, pretty much the whole time I was staying there, they were doing renovations, like painting, and they completely redid the front of the property. And now they're doing, she's moving out for 4 months because they're doing more renovations. I don't know what kind of business they're expecting. So I worked out over the last few weeks that this hotel, Ibis, it's got a really nice swimming pool and restaurant on the roof overlooking the airport here, is used by all of the airline staff. So if they've got layovers, this is where a lot of them come to stay. I always see these beautiful women there and I'm just like, what are they all doing? They're all airline hostesses in their civilian clothes. And they pop out and grab food and stuff. But yeah, pilots and air hostesses and what do you call a male version of that? That's where they stay. And then this is Vietjet Plaza. This is like a shopping mall owned by Vietjet, I'm guessing. The budget airline for Vietnam. Rooms in there, I think, not too bad actually. I think you can get one for like 70 quid. It's really nice. The rooftop pool and restaurant, absolutely. And the dining room, I think you get breakfast included. It's fantastic. Way out of my budget, but good. Doing the food prep here, chopping the carrots. Do this every morning for this restaurant. There's normally more of them out there. Oh, breakfast! Woo. Noodles. It's the barista's breakfast. Come here. Yes, that's food prep. Today is, what day is it? Sunday, 26th. There we go, food has been delivered. Yeah, I've not been eating breakfast, I've been having just coffee, which has been nice. Because I feel really light and airy when I don't have breakfast. And I quite often don't have lunch actually, I'm just having like one big meal a day. But it's enough. So it's quite a few hotels in this area. There's this one and there's Silk Hotel there. But my hotel's got such a good location. Wouldn't change it for anything. Nice bike, a Rebel. USA. That's really cool. Yeah, it reminds me quite a lot of when I was in China 20 odd years ago. In fairness, yeah, it's probably a bit cleaner and less chaotic. China, it was pretty bare bones on the street back then. Weren't many cars around. Most people had electric scooters or bicycles or used the bus. That was in Chengdu many years ago, 2004. Jesus, like 22 years ago. But yeah. Wow, breakfast has arrived. So they're eating this today, Muscovy duck. Apparently there's different kinds of duck. The other day you had like a normal duck. And today he's having a Muscovy duck. Interesting. So Sunday morning, 11 PM AM. I'm the only person here. GS25. It was quiet yesterday, Saturday as well. No, it's a weekend, but it's normally a few people, but it's been dead this weekend. So it's Martyrs' Day tomorrow, I think, 27th. Just trying to decide where to go next. What a life. Yeah, so Sunday's insane. There's nobody. Even downstairs there's no customers there. That's probably why they've only got one guy working. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be this quiet because there's quite a lot of hotels and people living in this area. It seems it gets really busy in the week because there's offices. That's an office there. There's a few offices around, and quite a lot of businesses as well. There's like nail salons down there, restaurants, all kinds of things. If you want a quiet day to come to GS25, come today. This cassava, boiled in coconut water. I said milk last time, I think it's coconut water they cook it in. So good. Oh, so tasty. So if there's only one staff member on all day. Oh, foreigner. There's a foreigner. I just had a walk around the block. There's a couple of Chinese at the hotel next door sitting outside. Chinese men around my age. Sunday today. Got to leave on Thursday. I haven't booked a flight. Where do I go? Come on, again. Yeah, it's amazing. It's packed out all week. Busy, busy, busy. Not on a Sunday. Nobody. I'm getting my fruit and veg, or my fruit from here. Vietnamese women are so funny. Two just got into that hotel wearing their pyjamas at midday. Woman came into my coffee shop wearing her pyjamas this morning with her son. And then yesterday a woman came in, not a woman, she was about 19, 20 with a boyfriend in her pyjamas to the coffee shop. So I was trying to buy a small stick of toothpaste because I don't like to carry anything too big with me. I bought what must be children's toothpaste. But I didn't realise the flavour of the toothpaste is strawberry. And I like that fresh minty feeling. But it feels like there's loads of sugar in this. I don't know if it's just because it's strawberry flavoured, but I've got quite a good sense for sugar. and I mean, toothpaste definitely shouldn't have sugar in it. That decays your teeth, right? But that tastes really sugary. So I think I might have to get another stick of toothpaste. It's quite hard. They just want to sell like huge sticks of toothpaste in a lot of places, and I just don't want to carry that around with me because it's quite heavy. So there's one family down here, just back there, where the kids scream out hello to me. I don't know how they even see me because they're so narrow, these houses, so I walk past in like 2 seconds. But they oh, morning. Morning, guys. But they yeah, I'm walking down and it's hello. They're only little tots, boy and a girl, brother and sister. So I turn around and I go back and have a little chat with them. They're normally having their breakfast at this time. It's Monday today. I leave on Thursday. Just tried my new toothpaste, which turned out to be strawberry, which was really unpleasant. Someone's going to school. So I was just researching what the name of the place where I buy my food means. Moom Com Tam and Cafe. I thought it maybe meant mother, like M-U-M, but it means chubby. Oh, they call it that cafe. I'm not surprised, it's got a funny name. But I put mum in before without the thing over the top. I put it in English, M-U-M, it comes out as mum. But if I change it to Vietnamese, Teng Viet. And then it suggests the correct one, which is this one. And it's chubby. So they just had an earthquake in Taiwan 12 hours ago. And I was pretty much there 2 months ago. Or less than 2 months. Oh no, about 2 months ago. I was there in Yilan County, staying in Luodong. Yeah, earthquakes are a bit of a thing in Taiwan. So this stuff on here was uploading really fast the last few weeks, and just yesterday it started being really slow. So it said it's going to take almost 3 hours to upload this video, whereas before it was doing it in like, this is a 40-minute video, it would do it in like an hour. For some reason it's taking 3 times as long. I don't know if they've changed the internet package, but maybe I'll ask you. Sometimes when it was busy with people, it used to slow down. It's not busy today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, just before I arrived in Taiwan 2 years ago, they had this earthquake. That's why, and they were getting aftershocks when I was there. I didn't realise it was the strongest quake they'd had for 25 years, and it was like literally just before I got there.
Schools and donned safety helmets for protection. As aftershocks continued, some covered their heads with textbooks to fend off tumbling objects.
Jesus.
Earthquakes are common in this part of the world, but this one was especially powerful. One woman who lives in Taipei says this was the first time an earthquake scared her to tears.
So I just ran an internet speed test, servers in Singapore, and it says the connection's very fast, but downloads 169.2 megabytes per second, but upload is only 52. Maybe that's the issue. Looks like upload's slow. I wonder if they've changed that. In the mood for a few peanuts. Found a lady down there that sells them for 10,000. I went in Vinmart and it had this huge bag, and it said they're peanuts, but they're not. They're like these, they look like peanuts, but they're like an unnatural coating, and when you bite in there's a little bit of peanut or a peanut flavour. But it says peanuts on the bag. They're not peanuts. These are peanuts. Original. So for some reason the uploading has slowed right down. I checked my computer, it can't handle 5G. But for some reason, like up until 3 days ago, stuff used to upload really fast, and now it's not. I don't know what's happening. It's maybe 2 hours. So when I finish drinking here, I take my glasses back, which I really appreciate. Like, but these guys, they don't fucking move. Like, no one takes their glasses back. But the thing I find funny is, like, none of them will even walk to the window to order. So what they do is they walk in, they sit down, and then sometimes they're busy, and then they scream, "MI!" So MI means young person. Like, it can be used for male or female. It's how you summon a waiter or waitress in Vietnam. And sometimes they don't hear because they're out back or something, and then they shout again, "MI!" It's just like, why don't you just get off your ass, walk up to the window, and wait until they're ready to take your order? Like, there's I think there's a kind of thing here where it's like a system, like where you fit in the system. And when not only you're a customer, but if you come into a coffee shop and you're a bit older, you've got a kind of seniority thing going on. So they just treat you like a slave, basically. It's like, you are a slave for now, until you graduate from your degree and become not a slave. I've got beef and kimchi with rice. So across the other side of the road there's a bunch of guys in green uniforms, and they're going around confiscating all the street signs that vendors have put out. So the guy in the corner sells sandwiches, and he's got a really nice sign that lights up displaying a baguette or a banh mi, and the guys just walked off with it. They do this every now and again. Say live and let live. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Guys in green, 2 different colours actually. It's like the main guys and then these assistants in this pale green. They did a similar thing when I was staying in near the airport in Hanoi. They went round and they made all the vendors that used to sell like stuff at the side of the street move, or yeah, whatever. We've almost finished this new coffee shop. Emmy, looks very nice. We need another coffee shop. So there's a little girl down there with a brother. They've got bubble blowers. She's only like that high. She sees me and she shouts, "Hello!" That's so sweet. Oh, she's having a little cry. That's so sweet. She must only be like 3 years old. Oh, she's got a set of lungs in it. So the pizza shop's moving. It was there. It's going a few doors down. I think. When she told me it's moving, it looks like they're moving it. Right, my last day here. I was just thinking, would I prefer to be here or in Hanoi? I think here. There's more going on. It's easier to get into town from here. I just said goodbye to the coffee and kebab people. I'm not sure if I'll see them tomorrow. Depends what time my flight is. But they're such nice guys. So, yeah, when I stay in Hanoi, I stay near the airport, but it's about an hour out of town. Whereas here, I'm staying by the airport. And I can hop on a bus and be downtown in like 20 minutes. Plus there's a lot more going on in Ho Chi Minh compared to Hanoi, I would say. So they're making drinks here. And then they're queuing up to collect their drinks. And their food. Drinks, food. There's a lot of competition. So that's their little treat to make their day at work a little bit easier. A nice drink or a bit of food or both. Set them up for the day. Right, we're going here. It's quite common here for the women to wear these outfits that cover everything, including the face. Like sometimes it's like this jacket thing, and women just went past. Jeans, a hoodie pulled up, and then a complete face covering, and sunglasses. So you'll have no idea who it is. But yeah, it's quite common. Like people almost head to foot cover themselves to keep the sun off. Since I hate anything covering my face, but they seem to love wearing a face mask. So I just let the owner know I'm leaving tomorrow. He said he's really sad. He asked me when I'm coming back. I said I might be back here in a couple of months. But he said he might see me because he's going back to his hometown of Bui Vien in October. So at the end of July, August, September, might just cross paths. But he said he's got 2 friends that are going to run this place when he goes back. I don't know how this all works. It's a bit weird. Bui Vien is literally the other end of the country. It's out to the west of Hanoi, in the mountains, or at the beginning of the mountains. One of my favourite little places. Oh. So I'm at the airport. I'm going downtown to Ibis Giant Bus to buy a bus ticket to Phnom Penh for tomorrow. I was going to fly to South Korea, but the flight price is okay, but the accommodation options are really expensive. The plan was like 2 weeks in South Korea and then 3 weeks in Japan and another week in South Korea. I'm having second thoughts just because the minimum you're going to pay for accommodation, a decent one, is about £30 a night. That's not even, from what I can see, for very good accommodation. I need to do more research. I had a look this morning and it was looking pretty pricey. So this is the route that I jogged a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I took the bus at 5:30 in the morning. And still quite a lot of people around, but it's a lot cooler. It's too hot once it gets to like 6 p.m. 6, 7. So 8 a.m. it's too hot. Got to get out really early. This bus is great because it takes me almost directly to the office. off the bus the other morning to run back. It's quite a long way, actually. Oh, some yellow palace or something there. There's a little park here. Yeah, so I got off here. It's taken about half an hour to get down. I legged it back. I think I'm going to go for a buffet lunch. Don't remember any of this. Nice cafe. And this was. Looks nice. That looks very new though. Katinat. Wow, it's changed a lot. Some really nice cafes and things up there on the roundabout. I get my ticket just around here. Just seen a Western lady with the kids. She was on this crossing and she was staring at the traffic. She was like, why aren't you stopping? Because to me, if you're not going to stop at the crossings, which they don't, then don't paint them on the road. Because Western people that come here think they can just walk straight out. Because that's what you can do in the West, but you can't do here. So I've just had a guy with one eye ask if he can help me with anything. Dodgy as fuck around here. Got the cops nicking this guy. I hate it around here. So Bui Vien, the famous drinking street, it's just down there running parallel. Oh, I can't stand this. There's loads of places to eat and entertainment, but there's no way I could have stayed here. It's horrible. So I'm going to buy a ticket for Phnom Penh tomorrow. It's about 28 bucks American. I don't have to use it if I do find a flight and decide to go somewhere else. But I need to get it in advance. Well, I am getting it in advance. I probably could just turn up. Last time I came across, it was really quiet when I came across from Cambodia to here. There's about 7 people on the bus. My hotel where I used to stay, over here. Alright, so I got my ticket, $35. Business visa's 50, tourist visa's 40, so it's more expensive than if you fly in, but the flights are really expensive, so I'll do buses. So tomorrow I'm going from here to here, and Siem Reap is a long way, so I haven't been Phnom Penh in a while, so I'm going to stay there. So that's the old hotel where I used to stay. Now it's LG Clinic at the top there. That used to be the roof bar. Really sad when that closed because that was a great place to stay. Right, I'm going to have a walk down Bui Vien and then I'm going to go to Spice Box for lunch, get a buffet. So that company goes as well, but looks a lot busier. I think mine's like the most luxurious. It's not really luxurious, but more than some. Yeah, so the price of that was $35. What was that? 9. I didn't actually check if they'd screwed me on the exchange rate. I might just check that. Right, so go down Bui Vien. So home away there. There's an Airbnb. I watched a guy who stayed there. So you go in through the pharmacy. I think it's about $30 a night, but it's a really good location. Well, if you want to be downtown, it is. Seems to be a lot of Chinese around. There were none before. Now you can see them. Yeah, so Chinese gangsters are here. There's quite a lot of drunk Westerners as well already. It's only midday. But I think a lot of the ex-Thailand crowd relocated here. Quite a cool looking bar. Tiki bar. So I've got my camera out, I look like a proper tourist. I bought a motorbike almost from down there once. In fact, I bought my motorbike just down here. A couple of blocks over. Somewhere down here I bought my motorbike. So there's no music on at the moment. That'll probably start quite early, and then it's just horrible and loud. There's a good rooftop. God, I just ingested some chemical. So I wanted to get the 9:45 bus tomorrow, but they only had 8 o'clock available, which is fine. That means I'll get in about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is kind of perfect actually. Find a hotel near the bus station. I've had a look already. It's quite a nice rooftop one. Beautiful entrance to this little alley. All that. So yeah, that's fine. I can get a bus from the airport down here, and then yeah, it won't take me long. And then I'll jump on the bus, head back to Cambodia. I've only ever been to Phnom Penh once, and that was 11 years ago. So I might spend a week exploring Phnom Penh instead of just going back to Siem Reap. Might as well. I've not seen this many foreigners for a long time. This is the foreigner hub. This is Bui Vien Street, where they all hang out. Pretty cool. Some people live like in this area of a nightlife zone. You've got to be nuts. I met all the staff. My old hotel I used to stay in, the staff, they used to have like quite a few foreigners working there. This is before COVID, before it shut down, and they told me they loved it. But that's all gone now. All gone. They were young as well. I don't think anyone was over 30. It's a young person's game. Yeah, Bui Vien's a bit like Khao Sam Road in Bangkok. Never really changes very much. Got the old football on from England. So I could have watched the World Cup here with a load of crazy people, but I chose to spend my time in my little coffee shop. The first time I ever came to Saigon, I stayed in one of these little alleys off Bui Vien. I had my bike with me, my mountain bike, and I think I stayed 2 nights. I think I was on the 6th floor, and there was no elevator. It was an absolute bloody nightmare. In the space of like the last half an hour, I've seen more dodgy characters than I've seen in the last 2 years. Man, there's a lot of people here that look like they're using a bit more than just alcohol. I think there's a bit of a drug scene here that's been exploited. Yeah, this is one of the dodgiest places in the whole of Vietnam, Bui Vien. Actually, no, it probably is the dodgiest. You've got Old Town in Hanoi, but it's not crazy dodgy. There's so many little rascals around here. Yeah, it's not the women, it's the men. There's a lot of dodgy men in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. A lot of pirates have ended up here in Bui Vien. Yeah, a lot of pirates have washed ashore here. I mean, it's just a horrible, busy, noisy area. But I think quite a lot of these guys stay here, like long term. And they just sit around drinking and smoking all day, every day. No, not good. Yeah, when I went down Bui Vien, I was offered a lot of massages. Don't remember that. It's probably just because I've not been to Bui Vien for so long. I think last time I stayed for a couple of days in Saigon, yeah, I pretty much bought a motorbike and got out of Dodge fast. What have we got here? Lotus. Yeah, we've got a Lotus dealership, but I think these are all electric. I think that's the first time I've ever seen an electric Lotus actually. I think this is one of the most famous McDonald's in Vietnam. Might have been one of the first that was here. Whether they moved it, maybe they've moved it. It was definitely in this area. Maybe it was over a little bit. Got a garden where you can smoke and eat a burger at the same time. Ah, right, so we're back now to where the metro line begins, where I went to Tao Dien a couple of weeks ago. And this is the park that I used to stay on, but my hotel's gone. But it's just, seems like there's so many more naughty boys and girls around than there used to be, offering all kinds of naughty things. Yeah, it's funny because the city's like developed, but it feels to me like seediness wise, in this area anyway, it feels way seedier than it used to. First 2 times I stayed, it didn't feel seedy. But that could be something to do with the influx of dodgy foreigners from other countries. Yeah, if you ever come to Saigon and you stay in this area, you'll never have seen so many foreigners in your life, but especially if you're a lady, I'd be a little bit careful because there's quite a few wrong uns around from what I can see. This is the metro here. Entrance is just over there. Oh, I'm going to a shopping centre to try Spicy Box again, the buffet. See what it's like here. Yeah, so that's the metro down there. Ooh. Yeah, being a tourist. Yeah, it's quite an impressive city now, especially at night. Daytime it's a little bit, oh, the park's nice, but the buildings really come to life at night when all the lights come on. Yeah, that's worked out well because the bus back goes from here, and where I'm going to eat is just here past Benten Market. So you've got all these social media people making videos. There's that guy and there's a guy behind him talking to the camera, and there's me. Benten Market. Whoa! So it's a real contrast. Benten Market and then Bui Vien down there, where the nightlife is pretty shitty. Then you come here and it's all really nice, like high-end stores. I'm going in this shopping mall. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's quite easy. If you avoid basically Bui Vien, then you avoid the dodginess in the city. And avoid Japantown. AKA the red light district. Saying that, they're offering massages. Pretty much all the massages are getting offered. A little bit dodgy in this part of the world. So you got a green light and a zebra crossing. We still almost got run over back there. They don't care. Right, get my lunch in here. Yeah, this is a really nice part of the city. El Gaucho is famous. Oh, Argentinian steakhouse. Oh yeah, I've never had that. I might have to try that sometime. Oh, I've got a green light. Gonna run me over? Probably. And that is a upmarket Japanese shop. So this is a very nice looking shopping mall. I get my food in here somewhere. Ralph Lauren. I've got my bright outfit on today. It's washing day. Bravia, Bulgari, I don't know how you pronounce it. Gucci. So there's no map. I asked the security guard. I've got it on Google Maps, but once you get in somewhere like this, it's a bit confusing. So it's in the second level basement. We're going underground. Lots of security. You need it when you're mixing extremely high-end products with a country where most people don't make much money. That's what happens. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. This might not be quite as nice as the other spicy box. So this is super nice. And here's spicy box. I might not get a seat. The other one was good because it had a window to block the noise and it was quiet. This is very busy. Taildy end's better, it's much quieter. This is so good. Again, the staff here is so friendly. There's a lot of poses in this mall. They're everywhere. All Japanese exchange. Bit quiet now. So every time someone leaves, they just reset the table and go again. I must have come in rush hour. It's really busy. This is such a nice way to eat. Food is so good. Healthy, delicious. A spicy box. This is like a poser's paradise. Hokkaido cheesecake. That looks really good. That's in northern Japan. The two middle-aged women behind me in the coffee shop. And while I was eating my lunch, which took about an hour, they took non-stop selfies. Yeah, I guess if you want the best food choices in the city, this is where you want to be. It's a bit limited at where I am. So this supermarket's quite similar to the one near the airport. It's got a bigger range of stuff, I think. Yeah, it's got a much bigger range. It's got a proper international supermarket. Giant thing of olives for a tenner. Ice cream. Look at these. I met a family from Holland in the hot pot restaurant, and their teenage son plays football in Amsterdam. He went on tour, played in Newcastle, where my team's from, last year. But I think they lost. They beat Cambridge United. They played Cambridge United and they beat them, but Newcastle, isn't it? Best team in the world. Really nice mall. There's a few Japanese people around. That always makes for a nice atmosphere. Oh, David Beckham. Making a little bit more cash. Putting his retirement pot. Beckham boss. There we go, Saigon Centre, 10th anniversary. 2016 to 2026. Oh, okay. So this wasn't open the first time I came. In 2025. Too much sugar in that kid. I thought I did come here in 2025. Or maybe I came here in 2019. Decking back again. So the 152 bus straight back to my hotel goes from right outside the shopping centre. There's a lot of rich people here. I think I'm just going to walk around. Wow, look at 3 courses for a tenner. Jesus. In there. Fusion original, poached salmon, salad and a banana chocolate. For a tenner. So this place is basically right in the middle of Saigon. Saigon Centre. Very recommend coming here just to eat, if nothing else. The food's amazing. That's thingy off the TV series I used to watch. Shameless, the American version. Oh, what's his name? What's his character? He's really good. The alcoholic genius of the family. Wow. Chloe. That was nice. I showed the Dutch family how it worked in the cook it yourself buffet. So they'd never done anything like that before. Had to explain which bowl was for what. So this is my my new venture in Vietnam, Paul's Bakery. I'm trying to compete with Starbucks. So it looks like they've got more food options upstairs. Yeah, this is a pretty popular like expat place to live. There's quite a lot of them. Quite a lot of expats. Got a little robot cleaning it. So Vietnam has a reputation for being one of the skinniest countries in the world. There's not many people too overweight here, but ironically the ones that are tend to be the rich ones. They overindulge. Too many cigars and glasses of whiskey. Got a Man United shirt there, we've got Liverpool shirts over there. Problem with Man U is American owners bought them on debt. All the money's going either to debt or to dividends for Americans. Not what we want. Yeah, the atmosphere in the, in the mall here is very nice, very calm. Very calm, isn't it? What's quite nice is the prices aren't like outrageous. And they've got a mock-up of the subway to the rich area. Okay, Opera House, Ben Thanh Market. Oh, Seoul subway station. Almost went to South Korea. So this is where all the beautiful people tend to congregate. So I'm going to spend at least probably a week in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. I think they've got Aeon shopping mall, that's Japanese. I've not been there since they opened all these new things. But outside of the Aeon, I don't know what else they've got. Be a little adventure, spend a week exploring Phnom Penh. So, positive result of me cocking up my plan a couple of years ago is I've gotten to see a lot of places I wouldn't otherwise have seen. So yeah, take that as a positive. Just waiting for my private limousine. Should be here any second. Bentley. Anyone seen a Bentley? Black? No. Limo don't come, I'll have to jump on the bus. Can't see a Bentley. I can see a bus stop. Yeah, so buses are free. It's been great. Can't do better than free. This is the bus stop for the 152. So I've only been downtown once since in 6 weeks. No, apart from going to tourist attractions. Probably should have come down more, but I'm not much of a shopper. I had to come and get my bus ticket to Cambodia today, so it made sense. That's pretty good, it tells you when the next buses are coming. So this driver, a couple of weeks ago, this bus driver, I was standing at the side of the road waving my hand for the bus to stop. He didn't stop. I ended up having to chase after him, and then he did stop. And when I got on, he was laughing, and him and the conductor said, "Oh, in Vietnam we never do that to say we want the bus." And guess what? Vietnamese people do that all the time. I'm afraid the bus drivers that work for this company, are not very helpful and pretty unfriendly, most of them. One guy helped me this morning, but another one just went like that. Go away, I'm not answering your question. So you've got quite a lot of money. This is not a bad place to live. There's quite a few Arab people in there, who obviously they fly in, probably book into their luxury hotel or condominium, and then spend their time shopping and getting massages and whatever else suits them. It's probably a hell of a lot cheaper to do it here than it is back home where they come from. Right, 152, does that mean 4 minutes? 04. So I met an American guy while I was having lunch, who's staying down, he's just arrived, but he's been down here a few days staying in an Airbnb. He was saying that he wished he'd never booked the Airbnb because the price of hotels is cheaper than the Airbnb and the bed's really uncomfortable. Yeah, I always think if you're going to come, if you are going to stay a while, just get a hotel for the first few nights and have a look around. Saying that, he was a huge guy, that's probably why he was having a problem with the bed. And he certainly ate a lot. Buses being free is just awesome. So this is where I jogged the other day, well, one block over. I could, in the future, I'll probably do another jog, but I'll use a different street. But yeah, cool. I might stay downtown for a couple of nights next time. Try something different. Pretty typical scene. Smoking, delivery driver, coffee shop. So that was a nice little day out. I'm glad I've done that now. I've got a simple ticket tomorrow. I'll get the bus downtown and jump on my bus to Cambodia. I'll get there early in the afternoon. I found a hotel, I think. I haven't booked it, but I think it'll be available. On the river, with a swimming pool on the roof overlooking the river. I'm not that bothered about the swimming pool or the view, but it's a good location right near my where I get off the bus. We'll see anyway. I still want to go to South Korea, but I need to plan that a bit better. So next time I might try staying a few nights down in District 1. Somewhere a little bit away from Bui Vien. I know there's a ton of hotels. I can just find somewhere that's clean and not too noisy. That'd be quite interesting because there is a lot down there actually. You get some pretty interesting characters down there. Whereas up here, I guess, yeah, I am a bit isolated. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going somewhere new, Phnom Penh, because I've done Siem Reap for 4 months. So it'd be quite nice if I can find somewhere to bed down for a couple of weeks in Phnom Penh and explore the city, because I don't know Phnom Penh very well. So I've set my alarm for 5 AM. I'm actually going to come to the airport and use the ATM just to let them know that I'm changing country again. And hopefully when I get to Cambodia there will be no issues with the bank card. Right, I want to go and say goodbye to Dr. Hugh at GS25 because she's not been working in the morning the last few days. I've not seen her for almost a week, I think. And let her know where I'm off to. And I'm going to go and do some computer stuff for a few hours. And my memory card's full, so